Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone that rule well, and peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. To you I say Shalom. Lord willing, this blessing is edifying to the flock of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. And this article says customers line up outside of First Republic Bank to take their money out after Silicon Valley Bank or SVB bank collapsed. Right. So Thursday and Friday, this bank, a private bank in out west in California called Silicon Valley Bank, and these private banks, no regular Joe Schmo could walk in and just open an account, right? It's private, so it's really by invite only, right? So these people have some sort of wealth, and so if you have a bank where the majority of the clients are wealthy or so-called wealthy, and that bank collapsed, what does that say for the rest of them, man? All right. This article, just dozens of customers lined up exterior, dozens of customer, Salaki, dozens of consumers lined up exterior of a First Republic financial institution in Southern California on Saturday, wanting to withdraw their funds in the wake of the collapse of Silicon Valley financial institution. Right, and First Republic Bank is another private bank where majority of our clients are wealthy. A lot of celebrities, a lot of industry leaders, a lot of high net worth individuals have accounts in these types of banks, right? And these banks aren't open on Saturdays. So, but because of the news about Silicon Valley Bank, they have to force the bank to open on a Saturday to deal with their clients, man. All right. There had been fears following SVB's demise for First Republic Future when analysts identified the similarities between the estimated worth of the property versus the precise worth. Right. So this is an image of the First Republic Bank where you have people lined up on a Saturday, in the rain, waiting to pull their money out. And it's foolish because these people pull their money out and they don't pull it out in cash. They just transfer it to another financial institution, which all of them are going to eventually collapse, man. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12. I'm going to start from the top. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Right? So youth pertains to, good times and strength, right? So remember the Creator while you still can, all right? Remember the Creator while you still can, all right? Verse 2, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. And the day where the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. Right? This is going into that collapse, man. And this is the times that we're coming into, man. People think that, America is going to last forever. All civilizations eventually collapse. All right? All of them, man. Greece, Rome, even though Rome didn't technically collapse, it disbanded, but it's still alive today. But it's broken up and it's going to collapse too, man. All right? Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. All right? The grinding is going to come to a halt. Not going to be any work. It's not going to be any funds to pay your workers. There's not going to be anything in these streets when this economy collapses. All right? But this is all coinciding with the controlled collapse of Babylon, man, of America, because this is right on time too. Before the C-19 hit, the elites, they had an event called Event 201 where they simulated an outbreak of a virus and how they would basically maneuver around that time and the release of jabs, right? But now 12 weeks ago, not 12 weeks ago, but back in November, this is from November 15th, 2022, Banking giants and New York Fed start 12-week digital dollar pilot. All right, so that CBDC was in a pilot program starting from November 15th or around November 15th. Global giants are starting a 12-week digital dollar pilot with the Federal Reserve of New York. The participants announced on Tuesday. Citigroup, HSBC, MasterCard, and Wells Fargo are among the financial companies participating in the experiment alongside the New York Fed's Innovation Center, they said in a statement. The project, which is called the Regulated Liability Network, will be conducted in a test environment and use simulated data, the New York Fed said. All right. It doesn't say what exact day this started, but 12 weeks ago is about 3 months. So if this news came out in November, you got December, 1 month, January, 2 months, February, 3 months. So now it's March, and you got banks collapsing, and these things are happening, you know, to unveil, that Revelation 13, that charagma, man. It's about that time. We're living in a time of revelation, but people don't want to hear this, man, or people can't see it because they're blinded. Because Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 5 and verse 7, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Right? People think they're safe putting their money in banks. Right? Oh, it's FDIC insured, but that only goes up to $250,000. Now these high net worth individuals, majority of them have more than 250K in the bank. So this is why they're trying to pull it out, because their money is not insured after 250K. So if you have 5 million in the bank, you're gonna lose the very mass majority of it, man. Basically, you're gonna lose damn near 95% of it. All right, Salakia, 250K, 500K is 10. Yeah, it's about 95% of it, man. If you have 5 million in the bank, all right, it's not secure. You believe it's secure, but it's not. But again, these Federal Reserve notes are gonna come to an end real soon, man. Verse 8, set not thine heart upon goods unjustly gotten, for they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity. Right? And the majority of, high net worth individuals in Babylon get their money by doing things contrary to the law, statutes, and commandments. Right? You could have you could have a business, or you could have a restaurant. You could own a restaurant chain, but you're out there selling shrimp, crab, and lobster in your restaurants. Right? Yeah, you might get money from that, but you're going against the law, statutes, commandments, and causing other people to go off. Right? You could you could you could have an OnlyFans and make a lot of money, but that's going off. There are plenty of ways to make plenty of money, but the majority of the ways are going off. Right? But of course, there are a lot of righteous ways to make money too, but nobody wants to take that route because it's not as easy as the wicked ones, man. All right. But we're coming into these times where, these Federal Reserve notes are coming to an end. People are lining up at banks to pull out their money, and they're going to transfer it to another bank. But what's going to happen is people are going to go to that other bank and pull out their money too. This is all going to cause a domino effect, man. People out here waiting in the rain to pull out their money, man. First Republic issued a press release on March 10th looking to calm traders, pointing to its continued security and stability and powerful capital and liquidity positions. Right. But in that security that you're going to be destroying, man. All right. The placement that a skilled the placement that skilled to run on Saturday is situated alongside San Vicente Boulevard on the outskirts of LA, of Los Angeles. The financial institution, based in San Francisco in 1985, has 80 branches in 11 states nationwide. primarily on the west and east coast. The primary distinction between the two banks that Silicon Valley's institution debts was in securities, whereas First Republic was in loans. So Silicon Valley's bank was literally destroyed in their security, man. All right. Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 11. How will ye inhabitants of Maktesh? For all the merchant people are cut down. Salakia, for all the merchant people are cut down. All they that bear silver are cut off. All right. This is going to the ancient trades, man. Buying and selling, you know, because Maktesh was like basically a market where you could buy and sell precious metals, man. All right. You buy, sell, trade precious metals. Right. But so the scripture is telling them to howl. Verse 12. And it shall come to pass that at that time, Salakia, and it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem, Salakia, yeah, Salakia, Zephaniah 1 and 10. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, that there shall be a noise from the fish gate, Salakia. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that there shall be a noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. All right, that fish gate is going into that Great Depression. Right, that's a huge market collapse, a huge market calamity. Right, we had hyperinflation. You can see images from the Great Depression of people just stacking up, you know, ceiling to floor. I mean, floor to ceiling stacks of paper currency, man, paper bills, right? Because it was all worthless, man. All right, and the cry, a cry from the fish gate, and the howling from the second, which is going to that, you know, the most recent crash in 2008. All right, and then you also got a great crashing from the hills, which is the one that's coming up, man. And Lord willing, this is the precipice of this, man. Right, because this could all start a domino effect. All right, so I would look out for any news that comes out on Monday, and then this coming up Friday will be the major indicators of what's going to happen next, man. All right, not only with these banks in particular, but all banks, man. All right, because in order to change the currency from one to another, from paper to digital, you got to collapse one and introduce the other, man. All right, and eventually that digital currency is going to be implemented on or carried. Instead of a wallet, you're going to have a digital wallet that's implanted into your body, man. All right, that C hit, man. And these are the days that we're hoping and praying for, man, because that day will mark closer to the return of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. All right, but I'm gonna wrap it up with that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakodash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. Until next time, I want to say shalom and abad babal.